I want to talk about today environmental witchcraft. A lot of people don't even know what that is, and I want to be able to explain that to you. With me living here in Nigeria, been here for the past 5 months, and I've seen a lot of different things that has been going on, and it keeps me staying prayed up. My husband has lived here all his life, and he has told me about countless different type of witchcraft that he's seen, and he's not even spiritual like that. He knows that witchcraft is real, and he is surprised that a lot of people in the United States, even in the United Kingdom and Canada, don't really believe in witchcraft, and that it can take control over an area. Let me explain to you about environmental witchcraft powers. They are evil powers that can control and run the spiritual as well as physical affairs of a particular place or area, region, a city, a state, or country. They cause certain problems or sicknesses which affect most of the residents of that particular community. The same powers in one community may cause a different problem and even might be known by different names by the residents there. Check this out. They are very well organized, and they run a network of other smaller powers of witches, evil elders, and occult groups in that environment which they control. These smaller powers help them administer harsh punishments to the subjects. The main work of these smaller powers is to monitor everything in an environment to know who it is getting and what and why. Now, I saw Brother Joseph. He was talking about gang stalking, and I really didn't understand what gang stalking was, but he kind of broke it down a little bit and said it was monitoring spirits, and that there's people that are watching you. Yes, there is monitoring spirits that do watch you. They watch to see where you go and what you do, what type of food that you eat. You know, if you're still going out to clubs, and they definitely know what kind of woman you want. You know, like we're seeing the trend of the BBLs and the lips and the eyebrows, and you know, everything is out of order on a body of a woman where it's nothing natural. You know, even from hair, to eyelashes, to lips, to cheekbones, to your breast, and even to your behind. They're not real. A lot of these women are thinking these are enhancements, that's what men want. But this is the environmental witchcraft powers that have taken over parts of the cities, states, and even countries, because I see it here in Nigeria amongst a lot of the wealthier women in this area, in Victoria Island and in Acacia, and also a lot of the actors and actresses. They literally have the BBLs done. They keep initiating adults and children into witchcraft to the extent that in every household or compound, they have a member who will bring them down and bring them information about what is going on in the house or their estate. They have family members that are working with them. That's why you be seeing, like, how does somebody know what's going on in the house? How do they know my business? Because they've already initiated a monitoring gang stalker, like Brother Joseph said. A gang stalker is somebody to watch you. and watch everything you do. That's why you need to be prayed up. You got to be seriously in prayer. When I say pray, I'm not talking about Jesus help me, Jesus give me a miracle, Jesus give me a car, gimme. No, that's not spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare is being specific in your prayers, and you're asking for a hedge of protection, and you're blocking, you're deleting, you're canceling, you're casting out, you're binding and loosing every spiritual attack that is trying to attack your home, your marriage, your children, your finances, your work, your environment, everything. That's serious prayer, and most of these prayers has got to be done by fasting and praying. It's time to mature out of these Jesus wept prayers and start to learn how to pray. Because these witches and warlocks are entering into the churches, and they're deceiving the people, where the people will ignore a pastor bringing a BBL woman into the pulpit and saying she's a woman of God. They're molesting our children. They're having same-sex relationships. They're having the homosexuals take over the praise and worship and bringing strange fire into the churches. Let me tell you, for you to succeed in these areas, you must first address these environment forces. Destroy the gates and doors that keep you and your possessions locked from success. Let's say you don't have a spiritual power. These evil powers will strip you of every blessing you have in the spiritual realm. The level of wickedness in a community is determined by the territorial power in charge of that community. In Daniel 10:12-13, it says, as Daniel started praying for the restoration of Israel, the Lord dispatched an angel with answers for him, but the angel was withstood by the prince of Persia for 21 days. These environmental witchcraft powers know you. They know everyone, and they're monitoring you. They're including visitors and people who are not their members. They know what to do. They know how to hinder people under them and who are not believers. But if you're in the believers of the Most High, they are afraid of true warriors, true intercessors, and true watchmen on the wall. They do everything to try to avoid them. See, they know. Witches know who they can battle. They know who they can attack. A lot of people wake up and they don't even have their spiritual weapons on. They don't have their breastplate of righteousness on. They don't have their helmet of salvation on. They don't even have their sandals on. They don't have their sword, the word of God. The first thing that they have is their phone and social media and how many likes and follows can I have? You have to change and charge your environment with the blood of Yahushua so that every power working contrary to you and your environment will be defeated. That is why we have prepared a way for you to do so. You have to pray. You have to pray. And you got to let the enemy know. He cannot come into your house. He cannot bother your children. He cannot bother your husband. He is not going to attack your bloodline, your generation, your city, your state, your country. You're going to have to fight against the principalities and powers and every spiritual wickedness in high places. And that's our government. They're attacking us. And are you ready You need to stand firm.